let's have a reality check. For all the greenies who'd have us believe that we'll all be driving EVs in the next few years, there is some bad news, I'm sorry to tell you. Even the chairman of Toyota, which is the world's second largest automaker, has said that battery-powered electric cars will only account for 30% of the market at most. The chairman even said that engine cars will remain and that the market should be determined by customers and not regulations. Now, Joe, I know you get around in your clapped-out German cockroach-infested Ford Falcon.
That's right.
So you're not rushing off to buy an EV anytime soon. But when you've got someone like the chairman of Toyota who would be following all the market trends closer than anyone else because his income and his company depends on it, and he's saying it'll only get to 30%, surely we should take some notice.
Yeah, I think so. And I think this is the whole thing. And, you know, this is what I say every time this comes up. Like, you design a wham, bam, thank you, man, super duper electric car that works, that doesn't explode, that doesn't set on fire and you can't put it out, that can tow a trailer and that doesn't give its drivers range anxiety, which I thought was something you took a pill to fix. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that you cannot legislate telling people what to buy. Command economies, as we know, the Soviet Union has been
Labour is trying, my friend.
And you can have incentives, and I'm all for that, and governments do that in the market all the time. But you know, unless people want to buy, like after your house, your car's going to be your second biggest investment,
course, yeah.
and people are going to buy the one they want to, not the one that they're told they have to.
Yeah. And what did this government do over summer? Little bit of news while we were all watching the cricket and tennis and all the rest of it. They have put the luxury car tax onto hybrids. Now, in Australia, there are more hybrids sold than there are electric vehicles. The luxury car tax is 33 cents on every dollar of the cost of the vehicle. Now, Australians, I think, when it comes to EVs, and I couldn't be the bigger petrol guzzling bogan Bathurst in the veins bloke, right? But I get at some point it becomes the better technological trap. We're not there now. So what Australians are trying to do is take this sort of halfway bet where you don't need to charge the car, but in low-speed environments, the car will charge itself, and that will extend the amount of petrol that I need. That's hybrid vehicles.
Yep.
That's Toyota's bet. This government, because they want you to move full to the one that requires the extension cord in the apartment block, is adding 33 cents to every dollar of the cost of the vehicle. That is an outrage.
Well, it's like if you really want to do something for the environment, right, you acknowledge that we are a big country, Evelyn, right? So if you want to get into hybrid technology, which Toyota's been producing for 20-odd years with great success, do it. You get great fuel economy out of them. There is a battery involved, but it's not, you know, you don't run out of miles at 500k and you've got to stop between Sydney and Melbourne and sit there for 40 minutes while you wait to get back in your car again. I mean, you're a farmer. Imagine if they forced you to have an electric vehicle.
I don't think we'd survive, to be honest. Do you have any idea how much I have to put diesel into a generator just so I have a fridge that functions? Like living out in the bush, like every week it's like, oh, it's a bit windy today, I'm going to lose power. Oh, it's a bit hot today, I'm going to lose power. And we rely so much on engines to actually live our everyday life. But not only this, like, let me just say this, if you make something that works, you don't have to legislate it. You do not have to coerce people into doing it if it works and it's reliable.
That's what I'm saying. They're making the transition. The consumer, with petrol being as high as it is trying to find a way, right? Because they're doing it through price. If but the idea of the left is first we make a price disincentive so it's so expensive to do what you're currently doing, so we end up doing something else. There is a middle point until now. Look, at some point in our pretty immediate lifetime, we're going to be able to charge an electric vehicle very quickly, right? But right now, we can't do it. So don't tell me we're 10 years down the track when we're not there yet. Hybrid is just that little bounce, but because the government, for whatever reason, wants to turn around and say, look what we achieved in X amount of time.
But even hybrids aren't
fighting
reliable.
the market that Joe's talking about.
And small minor obstacle, but 1 billion people in the world don't have access
power
to electricity.
Exactly.
So,
So it ain't gonna work.
Even hybrids, my mother had a hybrid, a Toyota actually. She just had to sell it recently because it kept running out of battery. And it didn't work. And it's like, so even that middle ground is still not reliable. And now she drives around in a big diesel and I'm very proud of her.
Fantastic. maybe when you go to take some of that $800 you got from Albo to go and buy your hybrid vehicle, you go, oh no.
I look forward to going to a dealer saying, mate, can I pay $14 a week?
Can I quickly ask the question?
Quickly.
Who did she sell it to? And did she sell it to Toyota?
If you said you can have it back, I don't want this. Give me something that works.